Alrighty, I think we are up. Can you guys hear me? It's loading on my end, so I'm just making sure that everything's going smoothly. Alrighty, here we go. I'm going to just double check my audio really quickly. And my audio is working. Hope to see any of you come in. We are going to be playing Kaycees mod, so don't mind this screen. Don't worry about it. We don't have anybody here yet, but continue run. I don't remember what I was doing before, so hold on. What was I doing before? No challenges. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why I did this. So we're going to make a new run. Yes, I would like to make a new run. We are going to be beating... Oh, I haven't beat all the starter decks yet. That's why. Hello, I can see one person in. Welcome in. Glad to have you here. So Inscryption is very fun, and you'll get to see all about it in a minute. But first, we need to pick a starter deck between the blood... Oh, wait, no, that is not what I wanted to do. Between the blood deck and the bone deck. Whichever one we pick is what we're going to be playing around with today. It's up to you what you would like. I think I'm going to try with the bone deck first because I am not great with like 3 blood creatures and stuff. And the blood will make sense in a minute. I promise. I promise if you stick with me. So we're going to go with the bones. And we need to pick some challenges. So I have not completed a handful of these challenges. This one I'm going to pick for sure. I am not picking the Grizzlies. Let's see. I don't think I've played with this one yet. That one would be annoying. We'll do those two. Let's make it really at least a little bit. They knock out 2 challenges in a deck with 1 go. Predecessor gave up too early. Yeah, I get it. You're giving me a possum instead of a second rabbit pelt because I ended the run on like the first turn. Shush. It's fine, Leshy. So, this is Inscryption. This is Leshy. He's basically the dungeon master. This is a guidebook telling you what all the sigils mean, if you don't already know. There are puzzles in the room, which you'll see in the main game. There's puzzles involving this. There's puzzles involving this cabinet and this caged wolf. And there's usually a puzzle here, too. Sorry, my dog is yelling. But because we're in Kaycees mod, none of that's actually happening. Because it's Kaycees mod. So it's basically DLC content. So let's go and play around. So this is the Trapper Trader event. This is the Trader specifically, where we will trade in our pelts for cards, which will be fantastic. Okay. So I'm going to just give the rundown. Raccoon. When this sigil, what it does is when an enemy dies, I get a bone token from them. When my stuff dies anyway, I'll get a bone token, but the raccoon makes it so that I get a bone token from the enemy side as well, which is fantastic. The direwolf pup, this sigil means that it grows into something else, and this sigil means that every turn it digs up a bone. Coyote costs 4 bone tokens, and possum costs 2 bone tokens, and neither of them do anything, which is great. So I think I'm ooh. That would be fun. But I think I'm going to grab Mantis because I really like the bifurcated symbol. Or sigil. I can talk. The sigil. Bifurcated, you'll actually see in a minute when I go to one of these 2 fights what that does. Go into a campfire. And it is an attack buff. Very good. And we're going to beef up our Mantis by 1 point and then pull him away. Because, here's the thing. I could either buff him again or pull him out. And if I buff him again, there's a chance that these 5 will eat him. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with that. So we're not going to risk Mantis. You feel me? Let's see. So I could go this way. Fight, and then get a card, and then get pack rat. Or I could go this way. Fight, get a pelt, and get a token. No, not token. A totem piece. I don't want to deal with totems today. So we're going to do this path. And it's going to be easier anyway, which will be better. All we need to do is use an item in this fight, which that should not be an issue. Put raccoon here. And then I'm going to pass turn. And we're going to take a point of damage from Bullfrog. I'm going to take a squirrel. So here's how the game works. If you're familiar with Magic the Gathering, basically you have your attack and your health points, except the health carries over. Actually, I won't be able to show you because I don't have anything greater than 1 health. But if I did, I'd be able to show you how if something gets attacked, its health will go down. And it will stay down. It doesn't heal after time. So anyway, we're going to put that scroll down as a sacrifice. Just in general, there are actual sacrifices in this game. And then what we can do is I can put down this Mantis after killing the possum. So what I just did, so these are bone tokens. You get them from when one of your creature dies. Whether that's from sacrifice or getting killed. But these bone tokens the bone token cost creatures I can put down dependent on how many tokens I have. And the blood cost creatures, I have to kill something or multiple things depending on how much blood it costs in order to summon. Hey Kaylee, welcome in. It's glad to have you here. This is Inscryption, and we've just won the round. With a point of overkill damage, which is great. I didn't use an item. We're getting pack rat. I forgot. Oh well. If I grab this guy, we can kill the campfire survivors, which that comes up in a minute, which is what we're gonna want to do. Oh, there's a sigil transfer too. Okay, so this event. It either gives you an item or multiple items, depending on how many slots you have open, or you get a pack rat card. Hello, pack rat. Thank you, pack rat. So we're going to go into another fight. Which, that's great. Oh, shoot. A Wolverine. We're gonna... that's a problem. Okay. So... Yes, Leshy... Leshy's eye... This one's going this way, and this eye is going this way. I don't know if he's really looking at anything. Let's be real. But it's great. So I have a plan. And my plan is to pass. And that'll make sense in a minute. So Wolverine is special in that when it kills something, it gains an attack point. So if I put anything in front of this space, it would become a 2/3 critter, which is not what we want. But because I waited, I can put Adder down. Now, this might seem dumb because it's 1 attack and it has 3 health. But the Adder is special because it has basically Death Touch. If you've played Magic the Gathering, it just instantly kills whatever it's attacking, no matter how many health points it actually has. So there we go. We don't have to deal with that anymore. We're good. We're also very close to dying. I'm going to grab this and do that. Pop out a tooth to tick the scale over so we don't have to deal with anything. And then I'm going to put this here. So we will live. We'll be fine. We'll be okay. We're good. I'll get dealt 1 damage and the adder will die, but that's fine because now we can put our coyote out. I'm going to just grab this. So we can put our coyote out, which will be great. And then what I can also do... Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's my mistake. What I should have done just then is sacrificed the raccoon for the mantis and put the mantis here where the coyote is, and then put the coyote down where the raccoon is still. Because if I did that, then I would be able to have the mantis attack here, and the coyote attack here. But instead, if I put the mantis down, it would go here, and it would attack this space and the stump, which wouldn't go through to damage Leshy, which you know, everything is fine. We're gonna be so fine. It's great. It's fine and dandy. The coyote dies anyway. We're good. I'm gonna draw this. That would have been nice turns ago. Now we're gonna put down the mantis and deal 4 damage and end the round. So we're good. Everything worked out. We're fine. Okay. We're gonna pick up another card. Okay. This little mushroom means that we can go to the mycologist and splice 2 cards together. Basically what that means is the guy cuts the 2 cards in half and mashes them together, and it doubles the stats. Well, like it combines them. So because my coyote has the base stats, it would become a 4/2 once combined. But I think I'm going to grab the tadpole because a free card is always really nice to have. And then we're going to go to the campfire so that we can get rid of our adder because it's super expensive for what it is. So we just have to hope that they take the bait and eat the adder. They did it! We're good! We're good. Because the adder has death touch, it kills them. It also... So there's another card in the game called Ringworm. It's a 0/1 and it costs 1 blood. And if you feed them the ringworm as well, they'll also die. So if you ever... Sweet. Okay, so we can immediately turn 1 put our mantis out because of tadpole, which is really good. That puts us almost all the way up. Then we take a point from the flying ant, and we can grab another card. Ooh, okay. That would be helpful, but we don't need it. And then I'm going to just put this here. So this will deal this will deal 2 overkill damage. And overkill damage is good for like buying pelts, which you can use to buy cards specifically that you want. So we're gonna go this way because I would rather choose exactly what card I'm getting instead of picking a tribe. Really quickly, just to explain. Up in the top corner of several cards is like a little symbol. Like this one has a little bug and this one has a lizard. Those are the tribes, like the clades or whatever. And there are specific events where you can pick a card from a specific clade, but you don't get to pick what card it is. It's just a random one. And I don't want to do that, so I'm going to grab another mantis. We're mantis maxing, guys. Okay. Let me explain what these are really quickly. So this is Magical Bleach. What it does is it will... Oh, I can't look at my deck right now. It will clear off all of the sigils of the opponent's board that's out. What does that mean? Well, so see this symbol on the card right over here, these 3 bloods? Using the Magical Bleach wipes it off. Completely gone. No abilities. Just base stats. Which is great. It's fantastic, especially for bear challenge runs, because if you take the bear challenge like token thing when you're picking what challenges to do, it will So instead of having a second phase for every boss, it makes 8 grit 4/6 flying blocking grizzlies. And it is I'm not dealing with that right now. No thanks. I'm good. So this is really good for those types of runs where you're having to wipe off the sigils of a board of full 4/6 creatures. No thank you. This is like an hourglass. Okay, it's just called an hourglass. So it skips his turn and gives you an extra turn, which is fantastic. And Black Goat in a Bottle is just a card that you can pick up and put into your hand. It costs 1 blood, and when you sacrifice it, it's worth 3 blood. I think the sigil itself is called Worthy Sacrifice. Okay, well, I can't check. Yeah, Worthy Sacrifice. I'm going to take the turn skip because that's the most useful thing right now, and the bones. Because those two, with our bone deck build, that's our most important, thing going for us. And now, the campfire is empty. What did you feed them? I fed them a snake and they died. That's what happened. Fire looked welcoming as always. Thank you, Leisure. Maybe look at me for once, buddy. Okay, now that we have our campfire, free reign of it, here's what we're going to do. This is a +2 health one. We are going to put that all onto Direwolf Pup because we want him to live as long as possible because what he turns into in adulthood is fantastic. What it evolves into, essentially, is a 2 attack, 5 defense, double strike creature. What does that mean? It means it attacks once and kills whatever's in front of it and then attacks again, which is fantastic. It's really very good. Okay. You beheld an immense man slouched beside a mucky pond. Thank you. He appeared to be tearing hunks of flesh from a fish corpse. Some chunks were thrown back to the pond, where a few ghoulish birds snapped them up. Birds are not ghoulish. You're just assigning mortals to animals. I like birds, so don't come at me for my birds, man. And some were sloppily pushed into the hulking man's mouth. Hello, the angler. Goldfish. He's an interesting character. Okay, so here's how boss fights work. Unless you have the challenge, unless you have a specific challenge that only reduces how many lives you get, you have 2 lives. And during boss fights, one of those lives is extinguished. If you go into a boss fight with only 1 life, you won't get a life extinguished, but you also won't get the smoke. But if you win, at the end of the fight, you get your second candle lit back up. If you go in with 1 candle lit, you will leave with 2 if you survive, which is fantastic. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to place down Raccoon first, and that will stalemate us, which will be nice. So Kingfisher will attack for 1. And each boss fight has a gimmick. As you can see here, Angler is bringing his hook over to try and grab Raccoon. What this does is, if I didn't do anything and just skip the turn, he would pull Raccoon over to his side, which we don't want that to happen. So we're putting a scroll down so that that doesn't happen. So we attack for 1, his Kingfisher's attack, and then he pulls back the card, which is great. And I'm going to grab whatever. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to sacrifice both of those guys and put down Direwolf Pup. This is important. And he's generating a bone. And that deals us a damage. Now we have Direwolf, which is a very, very good card. And I'm very happy to have him. So he's just attacked twice for 4 damage. Kingfisher's attacked for 1, and then pulls back the card. So we don't have to deal with it. And what's nice about the Angler fight is that it pulls back every other turn. So you can prep and then put down a nothing card. and then crap, and then put down a nothing card. So you're good. There we go. We've beat the first stage of the angler. Now comes the second stage. His board gets wiped, and he puts down bait buckets wherever you have cards. That's important, because if that bait bucket gets destroyed, it will summon a shark. And I don't want to deal with a shark. It has 4 attack, 2 defense, and swims underwater, so you can't attack it directly. So I would really rather not. I wonder, though, if Direwolf can kill it. We're going to experiment and take a risk. Oh my gosh! Direwolf is immune! Oh my gosh! Okay, that's really good to know. That's very exciting. Oh, that's great. That is fantastic. I'm going to take the bones to get enough bones, or to clear out a space for pack rats. I'm just going to set that there. Oh, fantastic. More bones. So nothing basically happened. And now we're going to put everything we have down. And that will end the round with quite a bit of overkill damage, which is fantastic. We're doing really good, actually. That is probably the most exciting thing that's happened to me in a while. Alrighty. So we get to pick one of 3 boss rares, which are special cards. You only get these options after killing a boss. So we have Pack Rat, which we already have one. We have Ouroboros, which I freaking love Ouroboros, but I don't know how well the Undying symbol will be useful. And the Hodag, which is these 2 are special, like really special, actually, especially Ouroboros. Because here's the thing. Hodag is special because of the Bloodlust ability. On normal creatures, Bloodlust, what it does is when you kill something, you gain attack points, but only for that battle. Hodag keeps those additional attack points, which is really crazy. And then Ouroboros is insanely special because when it dies, it gains an attack and a defense point, which is that doesn't happen with any other creature with the unkillable sigil. So we're going to take Ouroboros, because that's like one of my favorite cards anyway, so it's a no-brainer. And we're going to continue onward. I'm going to just turn Do Not Disturb on so that you don't hear me buzzing, because basically I have the game up on my computer and the live stream chat up on my phone, so I can see the chat at all times. But you guys can't see it scrolling up, which, that's how it goes. Okay, we are in the Woodlands, which is technically the first map, but Okay, so we have a trial, which I don't particularly want to do. We have a random card, another pack, which we would be forced into getting another pack rat, which I don't want. A sigil transfer, which would be good. A Bone Lord event, where you sacrifice a card and get a boon from the Bone Lord. 2 battles, one with totems, one without. And totems are important. I'll maybe get to them. I don't know. Card Trapper event, where you get pelts, like you buy pelts from the Trapper. Another trial, which I don't want to do, because it's like, oh, hey, here's 3 different criteria. You can choose to pick one to meet. And depending on if you pass or fail, by randomly drawing cards from your deck, will give you some bad cards with bad sigils on them. So, don't particularly want to do that. And then this by far is my favorite event, because it involves my favorite character. His name is Goobert, and he's a silly little guy. And oh my gosh, poor thing. He is a wizard student, and for his final exam, he was turned into goo and is in constant pain, and he's passes once he's able to turn himself into not goo. Currently, he lives in a jar and is in constant pain. And he still adores his professor. You know, the guy who turned him into goo. We hate the guy that turned him into goo, okay? We absolutely hate this man. He is the worst, okay? Let me just say, the absolute worst. Trust me. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to grab a card and see where to go after. Okay, I don't like any of these options. So, there is one thing I can do. This clover right here lets me re-roll and get 3 completely new choices. Corpse maggots might be nice. Oh, corpse maggots is actually really good. Here's why. The corpse maggot ability basically means that if a card dies, a card from my hand will jump out of my hand and onto the battlefield for free in its place. And that is really good because if I put that on Direwolf Pup, it immediately grows into a direwolf the first turn it exists. So we're going to take that and we're going to go to the sigil transfer and put that onto Direwolf Pup right now. So, if I remember correctly, this card is what we will be giving a sigil to. Do I remember correctly? Yeah. We're good. Yeah, see? It has the sacrifice symbol. So this sigil will go on a Direwolf Pup, and that is really good. There we go. So I suppose that we're going to talk about totem battles anyway. And totems in general. Okay, let me explain what just happened, because this whole thing is an explanation on its own. So, this body and this head are 2 separate pieces and are interchangeable, depending on what pieces you have. The bottom half will always have a sigil, and the top half will always have a tribe. So, like I was talking about tribes earlier, where cards will belong to a specific tribe, this is currently the Hooved tribe totem. So any hooved creature, like Pronghorn, which has the little hooved symbol, will get the sigil that's attached to the totem. So right now it's Stinky, which means that my attacks will be less effective. Which that's fine. So here is what we're going to do. Yeah, what we're going to do is we're going to put this mantis down here. And we're going to pass. An elk. Okay, that's great. Ouroboros. Okay, so what we are going to do is why am I panicking? I only have 1 damage on the board. We're fine. What we're gonna do is chuck Tadpole here and take the hit. I'm dumb. I forgot it has waterborne. Stupid. Anyway, we're fine. Everything's fine. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab these. We're going to sacrifice this and put this here. Oh, gosh darn it! Not again. I swear I know what my cards do. Okay. We're gonna take 3 damage, and it's gonna be no big deal. Okay, we're going to take 3 damage, and it's going to be nothing. There we go. Okay, we're good. So we're going to put Coyote here, and it's going to kill that creature. I'm going to take 1. There's Direwolf Pup, and it immediately grows up, and then we're going to draw this card and make him skip his next turn so that we can do whatever we can. I'm going to grab a scroll, and what we're going to do is pass turn again. There we go. That kills that. Stoke comes down. That's like a nothing. We don't need to worry about that at all, basically. No, I don't want that. I want to put down a squirrel and get Ouroboros out on the field. Because it's very important that we get this guy at least a little ready. And look at that. We're already right back to stalemate again, which is really nice. I was hoping for a bone card like that. We're going to let that go through. So as you can see, our Ouroboros went from a 1-1 to a 2-2 as soon as it got killed, which is fantastic. And we aren't going to get another thing out of it, so we're going to just get as much overkill damage as we can. So this will be 6 overkill. No. 4 overkill. Because I can... because I apparently can't count, which is fine. So I don't particularly have any card I want to get copied, unless... Yeah, no, there's no mycologist event coming up. So we will be foregoing Goobert for now, and also I don't particularly want to buy a pellet either. So we're going to get a card. And these are not great at all, so we're going to re-roll. And Hand Tentacle will be nice. Hand Tentacle is part of a tentacle set of cards where they don't have names, and I don't remember what the lore significance of them is, but they're cool, and they have unique sigils just to them. So the Hand Tentacle, its attack is equal to however many cards you have in your hand currently. Okay, time to pick sigil out. We can pick any, either the wolf head, which would apply to Coyote, Direwolf Pup, and that's it. Or we can grab the insect head, and that would apply to our 2 mantises, and that's it. Or we could grab this sigil body, which is a bad sigil. It's a movement sigil. We don't want to do that, so we're going to grab the wolf head. And now we go into another fight. Ah, man, I missed a mycologist opportunity. That's a bummer. Okay, this is really good, actually. What we're going to do is put down these 2 and sacrifice both of them to pull Ouroboros out. And then at the same time, we're going to have... actually, no. We're good. We don't need to do that. Okay, yeah, that was a good call. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the possum here for now. We're going to let Ouroboros kill the Direwolf Pup, and then that'll happen. That's good. I'm going to grab a squirrel because it'll be fine. We don't have to worry about 1 point of damage going through because we have Ouroboros. We're fine. We're great. So that'll kill Ouroboros, make it a 3-3, which will be nice for later. We're going to grab another squirrel, put down both of them, and summon our Ouroboros here to kill the wolf. And we'll take a point of damage from Porcupine, but honestly, that's just kind of like small potato problems. And now we have a bunch of stuff. So we have enough to summon Coyote. And let me tell you why that's a good idea. If we put Coyote down in this spot, just because when it attacks Porcupine, it'll die because of the Sharp Quills ability. Basically, if you attack it, it deals a point of damage back to you. Just even though Coyote will die, because Porcupine only has 1 point of health, the 2 attack will roll over into Direwolf Pup and kill both of these creatures. So we don't have to deal with them at all, which is fantastic. So see? What? Rude. Okay. Great. Thank you for that. It was supposed to roll over, but apparently it doesn't do that. We're good. We're fine. Everything's fine. Miss Grand Fur is causing a problem. We're just gonna, yeah. Here is what we're gonna do. We can, in fact, take 2 damage. We'll be fine. And we don't quite outpace him yet. Shit. Did I do something stupid? Probably. So we're gonna steal Direwolf instead of dealing with the consequence of our actions. And now he's on our side, so who cares? And if I take... So what I can do now is have our Ouroboros come out, and that will deal way more damage than just the Mantis alone. And that is the round. Look at that. Isn't that nice? The mycologist event would have been nice as well, but you do what you can. And it's a good thing we used our items because Pack Rat is coming up and I would like to actually have items. Again, not great cards, but with our current setup, nothing would be that great. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just gonna check something really quick, if you don't mind. Alrighty. So, what are we gonna grab? What do we pick? What are we choosing? I'm tempted to grab the Bullfrog, but it's not going to do much for us aside from clutter up our 1-bloods. There's a thing called Fair Hand Mechanic where you will always get a 1-blood card, and we want to control which 1-blood we get as much as possible. So let's reroll, shall we? Mirror Tentacle, probably the worst tentacle, so we're going to take Ant Queen. Mirror Tentacle deals the same. It takes the attack point, the attack stat of the enemy, and gives it to itself. The enemy still has that same attack amount, so it's like not great. Scroll, Pliers would be good, and Pliers again would be good, I think. Go into a fight. Yeah, so this is actually fantastic. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our squirrel in a bottle and sacrifice both of the squirrels we start off with to immediately get Ouroboros out onto the field to deal with Direwolf Pup, which will be really good. And then we're going to put Mantis down in this spot. So that deals that, and then we have 2 more points of damage on the field. Oh, we win. Okay, cool. I was not expecting that. I suppose I should have, but okay. Cockroach is the best option here. We can make whatever we want. Undying. That would have been nice if we hit a sigil transfer before this, because what we could do is apply it to... Actually, no, we're going to apply it to Tadpole. That's going to make an infinite sacrifice thing. Mantis, we're going to splice together. So it'll become a 3/2, which will be fantastic for 1 blood. So that card can now deal 6 damage total in a single turn. We're back to the wood carver. Now we get to pick a wood body, and this is going to be the best one. This sigil, what it does is basically, if something is going to attack your card, instead it creates a tail and scoots over space, which will be great. And now we're fighting the Prospector, who his gimmick shows up in the second round. Hello, Prospector. Yes, hello. Okay. So, what we're going to do is deal with the coyote somehow. Okay, this is what's going to happen. We're going to place these down and sacrifice both of them for the Ant Queen. Which is good. And then we're going to place down the possum and sacrifice the possum to place down worker ant. So they're all ant cards, the attack points are equal to the number of ants on the board, which is fantastic. And Ant Queen's ability is when she's put out onto the board, she creates a worker ant card in your hand, which is good. And I'm not entirely sure how clear I can make it that we want to get that mule card. Okay, this is good. Okay, this is really good. So what we're going to do is sacrifice cockroach, put down raccoon, and now we've got all of the mule cards in our hands, which will be great. They're not great cards, but like at least they are cards. And that ticks us over the scale enough. And now our whole board is about to get cleared, which this is fine. And now there's one bloodhound on the board. We're going to, there we go. That's what we wanted to see. And because we have cockroach and plenty of bone tokens, oh, it didn't do the thing. It's okay. Because we have cockroach and plenty of bone tokens, we only have to sacrifice it and like a squirrel every so often, and then we're good. So Bloodhound will come down and attack one of the gold nuggets. I am going to put a squirrel down here to stall. And we're just going to keep drawing squirrels until this wolf pup can kill the gold nugget. Because I would rather not have to deal with that. There we go. Okay, now we have 2 spaces open. I'm going to take another squirrel because that would be useful. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put cockroach down here and a squirrel down here. And then we're going to sacrifice both of them to put Ouroboros here, which will kill that wolf. And then we're going to place Tadpole here to block the Bloodhound. Oh, never mind. Exactly, there's a belated sacrifice. That'll be great, actually. So what instead we're going to do is we're going to sacrifice the now Bullfrog and put down Mantis. This will deal 7 damage in a single turn. And because... Yeah, I think that should, if not win it for us, then at the very least... No, yeah, it wins it for us. So we're good. We win. Thank you, Lishy. Now we get to pick another boss rare. Okay, Gek is the best card, basically, in general, because it's free and a 1/1. So it attacks, it defends, and it's free, which is really good. And that is what we're going to be putting our Cockroach's Sigil onto, if we ever get to that point. Okay, I want to get to that campfire, but dealing... Okay, that was not what I wanted to press. Dealing with 1, a trial, and 2, the trapper, not ideal. Oh, wait, actually, no, that's good. We want to get pelts because of where we're at. So this is map 3. The boss fight here is the trapper and trader themselves, which will be fantastic. And it would be very unlikely to pull both or any of these together, but if we do pull them together, then it's an auto win. Let's do it. Okay, we're good. We're good. Lose it. We're good. Don't have to deal with the trial. And now we get to grab a buff. And it's an attack buff, which is really good. What we can do now is put it onto... We can put it on Gek. Make him really strong. Which would be probably a really good idea, actually. Or we can put it on Tadpole, but Tadpole goes under the water, so yeah, I think I'm going to stick with Gek. We really like Gek over here, guys. And now we have a totem battle, and it's stinky birds this time. I hate fighting birds because they fly over everything, and it's really annoying. But it's whatever. Fun. So here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna be able to get enough bone tokens in time, I don't think. Annoying. Okay, here's what we're gonna do is we'll only be able to take out one of these eggs at this time. No, I did not want to open up something. Okay. Oh, we're actually good. Hold on. Ant Queen here. Oh, they're stinky. I forgot they're stinky. That's sucky. So we're gonna just do that just in case. Just in case, as a safety precaution, because this is what we're dealing with now. Okay. Yep. There goes one of our lives. That's fine. I can pay attention to the board. We're good. We're good. We're fine. This is why I didn't turn 1 life on. Is because I knew it was going to be annoying. And this is why I also dislike these token battles. So, this is the Trapper, and the pelts are more expensive. We have 16 to spend. So we could get 4 hair pelts, or we could grab that knife. But I think I'm going to grab the hair pelts. And then grab the knife. Because that will be very important for the Trapper Trader boss fight. And then... Do I want to copy any of our cards? Not particularly. And my pack is not full, so we're going to get these items. We're going to grab the bones just in case. And now we've got a regular fight to deal with. Oh, that's fun. Okay, I'm glad we drew Mantis first because we can just win turn 1 and not have to deal with that at all. We're good. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Okay, so we could pick. So this is a random cost one where you get to pick between 3 different costs, and whatever, it'll just select a random card from that cost group, and I don't want to do that. But I also do not. Oh, I can't. I don't want to be forced into the trader either, because if I'd be forced to trade all of the pelts I just sold or just bought, and we need that for the boss fight. So this way it is. Great. We're gonna grab a 1-blood, a wolf cub. Okay, that's pretty good. And now we get to sacrifice something to the Bone Lord, which is always nice, just to thin out the pack a little. And what I'm going to sacrifice is, I think, I'm going to sacrifice Tadpole. Well, I don't. Hand Tentacle. Hand Tentacle is not necessarily useful, really. So we're good. Okay, another fight. Oh, we could go to the mycologists. And it's a turn 1 win again, which this is why it's really important to control what 1-bloods you have in your deck. Because you can almost, if Mantis was my only 1-blood card, I would guarantee draw it every single time. Which, that's not a bad idea. Okay, we don't want to go this way, despite this nice, the nice sigil transfers, because we don't want to sell the pelts we just bought for this fight. So, do this. Okay, so if we pick this one, in order to pass the trial, we would have to draw 3 cards where their cost amounted to 4 blood, which that would be very possible. For this one, we would have to draw 3 cards where all of their attack points would add up to 4 total. Again, very possible. This one is unlikely to happen because most of our stuff, as long as we don't draw Ouroboros, or Ant Queen, there's like the majority of our cards have 1 health or like 2 health, and we wouldn't be able to get to 6 even if we tried. And we did it. Great. That's fine. There was always going to be a possibility. And okay. Like I said before, these cards are bad. Just straight up. Because I don't want to mess up Fairhand Mechanic, we're taking the Wolverine. And it's also nice to have something else that costs bones. We're going to go here, and we are getting a pack rat because I can't keep track of all my stuff. That's fine. Okay, mycologists. Wait, we confused the pack rat. We confused the pack rats together. We don't have to deal with it at all. We're good. They are victims, buddy. We're not fusing the pelts. We're putting the pack rats together. And now we've got a 4/4 pack rats. And now for the Trapper Trader fight. This is going to be good. Boon from the Bone Lord. And already leading with this is one of the best case scenarios. Okay. We're going to do our best. Okay, we're going to take 2 damage. What we need is a free card. We got that, which is good. We're gonna pop a tooth. And we're going to stab one of his frogs. Okay, and it gave us a pelt. I was not expecting that, but that is good to know. We're going to place our tadpole here, which might not seem like it does anything, but it does. Because now, we're good. Mantis is very good to have right now. We can survive one hit. We're good. It's scary, but we are good. Nope, okay. We're going to place down Mantis here because that will activate the trap. And kill this other one at the same time. I hope I didn't just screw us over. No, we're good. Woo! And this is why I love you, Mantis. We're going to place this squirrel here under this trap, which will kill the squirrel and give me a wolf pelt. And then the mantis will die, unfortunately, and elk continues to be a problem. We can tank 3 damage. So we're going to tank 3 damage, which will be okay. I'm going to draw a second squirrel, and we're going to place both of them down and place down Pack Rat into this space, because not only do we outpace both of these two damage-wise, we also have the chance to get another card. So there we go. We get dealt our damage, and then Elk comes over. We're going to grab another card. This is good. Put Coyote here. Get that. And then we get our last pelt that we need. And then we're dealt... Oh, shoot. Live. Dang it. That sucks. That sucks a lot, actually. Okay. Well, we did it. 11 misplays. I'm not surprised. How long have we been going for? An hour. Well, we tried. But it is... I'm not in the right headspace for this. So, well, it was fun having you here while I tried. I did my best, is all I can say. We are going to call it quits for tonight. I appreciate y'all being here, despite this not working out that well. Fingers crossed next time will be a bit better. Thank you for joining me.